back. I am Krista from Plant Lux.
And I'm Taylor.
Welcome to our channel where we talk about plants and plant content. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification button to be informed when we post new videos. So how are you guys today? We are doing, I would say,
okay. Our
power
keeps going out.
Power keeps going out. We have been in the middle of a giant snowstorm, and there's been a lot of sort of hurdles along the way, but we are here and we are ready to talk about plants. So, what do we have today? What's on deck?
We have a Q&A, questions that you guys have asked on our videos. We wrote them down, and I'm going to ask questions, and Mom's going to answer them.
All right, let's get right. Well, you're going to help me answer them, right?
I'll try.
Okay.
I don't know the answer. Maybe I'm...
So, let's do it. Let's jump in.
All right, so first question. When should I repot? What soil should I use?
Well, how do we know when to repot?
I'd say when you see roots coming out of the bottom.
I would say the same.
And when it just like seems, even if you don't see like a ton of roots coming out of the bottom, it just looks like it's not doing well. Maybe you can repot it, try different soil. If there's pests, it's a good time to repot it.
Use quality potting soil that is specific to the needs of the plant. And also, it's important to research the species of the plant as well as the cultivar to ensure that the soil you use actually helps the plant thrive. Consider the lighting in your home, as well as the temperature and environment where you plan to place your plant. Your watering behavior and the plant's need for water are important to consider as well.
What variety is your pink aglaonema?
Well, since you're the one that bought it for me for my birthday.
I was told it's a new hybrid.
Yes.
I bought it last year for your birthday. It's almost been a full year. They just told me they didn't even know what kind of variety it was. They're like, it's some new hybrid.
It is.
A pink aglaonema. It's like a cross between, I think, a sparkling Sarah and some other pink variety. I'm not sure.
It is a beaut and a gem, and I will say that I'm super lucky that I have it in my possession because I have not seen one yet online like it at all.
Yeah,
I've looked.
No idea.
I've looked, and I've seen some very similar and close, but I have seen none like the one I have.
Yeah.
I feel like I got
it's
really
a hybrid
lucky.
of some kind. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, so I have this very rare, amazing aglaonema.
Is it in the same pot as it was before or no?
Yeah, I still have it in the same pot.
What's the sticker say?
It says pink variety hybrid.
Yeah.
That's what it says. And I did look it up, and I tried to do Google image searches on it and everything, but nothing even looks close to this aglaonema. So
we don't know what it is.
We don't know, and I'm okay with not knowing. I have been asked several times if I'm selling it in the plant shop, and I have not yet propagated it. I don't have plans to do so. I love it, and it would just be for fun.
Yeah. Okay, next question. I'm searching for a tree in my home. I want a canopy-like feel. I have high ceilings and bright lighting. Suggestions? ?
I have several, and if I'm going for a canopy-like feel, I'm going to buy a big tree. And if I have high ceilings, I'm buying big, and I would go with a weeping fig. Because it just has this very sort of secret garden-like feel. I would go for a weeping fig or Schefflera.
That's what I was gonna say. The Schefflera and Marte.
I love the umbrella plant.
I'm about the one that I specifically have.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know how to say it.
It's really popular in Florida, and they grow them outside, and they're beautiful. And they have that canopy-like feel, but you have to buy them big. So plan on spending probably between $200 to $500. I would buy probably 2 to get a canopy-like feel.
If you want to start off smaller and have something to grow and eventually fill out your space, the rubber trees, they grow fast. I would say. If you just want something tall, they can bush out. It's not necessarily a canopy-like jungle feel, but it is a tropical plant. And it's pretty and it grows fast. Dracaena
Well, mine took 15 years to get that big though.
Yeah, but you can find them bigger.
I say 15, I mean 20.
Decent sized ones at places like Lowe's, Home Depot for
Yeah.
a good price, and then you're starting with a relatively large tree, and eventually it'll keep growing and fill out your space
Or
more.
if you want to come here to Virginia, I mean, we have some that we might just give to you.
Should I cut back the yellowing, wilting leaves of my Monstera and Adansonii? They look diseased. Will they grow back?
Well, we have lots of experience with this question. At least I know I do. How about you?
Yeah, I actually did this recently. I had a very long trailing Monstera Adansonii. It wasn't coming up full at all, it was just trailing, and it was probably like 10 feet long, and I cut literally all of the leaves off, and it was just stems, and it's now we'll have to do B-roll on it, but now it has leaves, so you can cut it all of the leaves off, and you will still most likely grow leaves back if you keep watering it.
Yes. Good advice, Taylor, because I have done the same thing, and I will say this. It's better when it comes to a fragile and diva-like plant like the Adansonii, to just chop and let it regrow back healthy, viable leaves, because they grow so fast, and it's just pleasing to the eye. Not only that, but it's healthier for the plant, all in all. Not to have to sustain diseased leaves. So I think it's wise. Replace the soil with new soil. I would start there. Massage in some diatomaceous earth into the soil to make sure that, at least some of the bugs that may have previously been there are dead. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah. Next question. What is the best lighting for a dogtail cactus?
Oh, we do have some experience here. Yes. What's yours?
So, I have my dogtail cactus in a northwest facing window, and it's doing just fine. It grows. It's like trailing down. It grows well. I water it once a week, sometimes more than that.
I have one in a west-facing window, and a south-facing window, and some with no windows. And they all are doing fantastically. I think the dogtail cactus is one of the most versatile plants. You can have it in any window that you want to, and it's going to do really great. Well, south is the best. West is good. Any window is great. I mean, it will survive.
I wouldn't say it wouldn't survive with no light.
Anyway. Okay, good. Next question.
Okay, next question. If I take a cutting from a mature plant, will it grow into a... If I take a cutting from a mature plant, will the growth be mature also? Example, will I get big leaves?
Well,
It depends.
It does depend. It really, really does. And I don't really have a scientific answer as to why, because I've taken gigantic leaves and I've propagated them and have smaller growth, and also have taken gigantic leaves and had big growth, and the plant doesn't really tell me why. It just does what it does. So it's sort of like a roll of the dice. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say the chances of you getting a mature leaf are probably like 60 to 70%.
Or 50?
50?
Yeah.
50% chance. It depends on how you're taking care of it, honestly.
Yeah. And honestly, it does also just depend on the leaf.
Or the plant.
Or the plant, because I've had it in a south-facing window, given it all kinds of good stuff, jacks, whatever. Yeah. And sometimes I'll have big leaves come out, and sometimes I have, I'm like, what is that? Growth come out. Like lots of little growth come out. So I've had both happen. So from personal experience, I can say that it's a roll of the dice, and not really sure what the scientific reason for that is. If any of you know what the scientific reason is, please hit us in the comments below and let us know, because we are dying to know the answer to that.
But the plant you cut it off of will continue to shoot out mature
growth.
Oh,
absolutely.
But the propagation may not.
Yeah. And you have to be patient with what grows from a propagation too.
Because it might first shoot out like a immature leaf, but then the leaves after that might
it might be small at first,
yeah.
but it just might take 6 months to get that leaf to the same size as the leaf that it came from. So you just have to be patient. I know that I've propagated my big Hawaiian pothos several times, and it took, I would say, maybe 6 months to 8 months for the leaves that were sort of looking small coming out to grow to the full size of the other leaves that I cut from. So you have to be patient and let them have that gestational period of growth, because not all leaves are gonna just come back immediately large. So be patient.
I think it really depends on the plant, though. My philodendron gloriosum, I propagated that several times, and most of the time the leaves came out the same size, not larger.
Right.
Once it got like settled, the first leaf was like maybe a little small, but then the next leaf was like already bigger than the rest of them.
That's true.
So it just depends.
All right, next question.
Do you recommend potting Monstera and terracotta?
No, I don't.
And I don't either.
I honestly,
Any kind.
I don't recommend planting any plant in terracotta, and that's just me. When you plant in terracotta, it dries out the plant, and I'm just one of those people that needs the week or possibly more than a week to get around to watering my plants.
I have a lot of things planted in terracotta. I don't have issues with it. It's just things dry out a lot faster. And for Monstera specifically, I don't have any Monstera planted in terracotta. I do have a Monstera Adansonii I planted in terracotta, but I have to water it constantly. So if you're gonna put a Monstera in terracotta, you just have to make sure that you are watering it appropriately, so it is gonna dry out fast.
Yeah. Plant in a grow pot. I don't recommend planting in terracotta. Sorry. I know that you have some of yours in terracotta, but I just can't do it. I feel like it's just a death sentence for me. Like, that's me personally, though. You obviously haven't killed all,
Yeah.
But
I don't recommend it for Monstera, but for some plants it's perfectly fine. But I do have a Monstera Adansonii planted in terracotta. It's alive. You just have to water it more.
I can't do it, so I just can't. 0 of my plants are planted in terracotta. 0. Because I know that it will die. That's because I know that I need the time to be able to get to the plant before it reaches that threshold of critical dryness.
All right, last question. Do aeroid plants need to attach their roots to the pole to grow huge? Or is it a matter of growing vertical? Or some combination? And then, do you mist your poles?
Well, do you want to take this one first? You want me to take it?
I'll take it first.
Okay.
So, depends on the plant, but most aeroid plants will grow bigger, faster if they're attached to a pole of some sort. I wouldn't say that the aeroid roots themselves have to be stuck to the pole. It's just a matter of growing vertical and having that like security of being able to possibly attach to something will make it grow larger. And do you mist your poles? No, because we don't have any moss poles yet. So we just have wooden stakes, like big wooden stakes.
Well, we have one moss pole, but we don't pay attention to it.
Which one?
It's coir, actually. I don't think it's
not a
moss.
pole.
Okay, yeah, so it's coir. It's not moss.
So you don't have to. I don't think you're.
I would definitely love to try this experiment, though.
Yes, we don't mist our poles because we don't use moss poles.
Let's start it. Let's do that for our New Year's resolution. Moss pole extravaganza, and then we can document our progress. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah. And I think that's it. That's all the questions.
All right, let's wrap it up. So thank you for joining us today in our plant Q&A.
Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Comment down below more questions for future Q&A video. And yeah, comment down below any video ideas that you want to see us do together or just in general.
So that's about it, and we appreciate your support, and thank you so much, guys, for joining us and for supporting us here on our channel and at plantlux.com. If you haven't been there yet, check us out. We have some plants for sale.